First look at the man who died at the hands of deputies in Washington County. The family of 58-year-old Eurie Martin just sharing this old graduation photo of him with us so we can finally put a face with the name.
Just yesterday, a judge declared a mistrial for those three former deputies charged with Martin's murder after a jury said it could not reach a verdict.
Now we're hearing from Martin's family and attorneys who say his fight for justice does not end here.
News 12's Kennedy Harris live for us from our newsroom. And Kennedy, you say the family's already moving forward with a lawsuit. What can you tell us about that?
Well, Richard, the family civil rights attorneys for Eurie Martin announced today they do plan to pursue justice in every way available to them. So they're calling for a retrial and also pursuing a civil court lawsuit. They say they want Sandersville to set an example for police accountability across the country. After a 4-year battle for justice, Eurie Martin's family thought yesterday would be the verdict they've waited for.
I literally cried myself to sleep last night because my heart was so heavy.
A jury, deadlocked since the first day of deliberations, fell short of making a decision.
For all we know, it could be 11 people that were voting guilty, and there was one holdout who just refused to vote that way.
Titus Nichols is a professor with courtroom experience in both defense and prosecution. He says in this case, a retrial is likely, and it could come as soon as early next year.
This isn't just some low-level drug case where no one's really paying attention. This case has gotten attention all across the state.
Another trial for Red Scott, Henry Copeland, and Michael Howell could be a big risk.
They might not be in prison now, but if they go to trial again and lose, they could be sentenced to the maximum. There's also the financial aspect, too.
During the trial, the defense presented at least 3 expert witnesses. In total, paid more than $25,000 for their testimonies. A retrial would also mean convincing a new jury. But now both sides can talk to the previous jurors about what left them deadlocked.
So it could be the fact that it's just the number of charges. Maybe it was an issue they had with the evidence, or maybe they believe that one defendant was more culpable than the others.
The family, crying through yesterday's pain.
I am very emotional. My heart is heavy.
But not wavering in their fight.
The road to justice is a marathon. This is not a sprint.
As an alternative, the prosecution might also offer the defendants a plea deal for a lesser charge to avoid going back to trial. But if they do decide to retrial, Nichols says it's likely the defense will come with new witnesses, a new argument, and the state just has to remain consistent.
So everything is up in the air at this point. Kennedy, thank you for the live update there from our newsroom. Nichols says in the event of a retrial, though, it's also likely the venue will stay there in Washington County, meaning the new jury members would again be people who live in Washington County. No word yet from the district attorney's office on if they plan to retry this case. Of course, we will keep you updated.